Hi there, Matt Nino again with Cavco Industries. This series of short snippet videos is designed to sort of help you as the potential home buyer on understanding, whether it be with Cavco or anybody in the manufactured housing industry, understanding the process. It can be overwhelming at times, especially since buying a manufactured home is more like somebody that's building a custom home on their property. There's a lot of pieces that go along with that. It's much different than going out into the world and finding an existing home that somebody's lived in for years. It's already there. You know what you're buying, and it's a much easier process. You work with a realtor, you put in an offer, it's either accepted or not, but at some point you're done with the sale and you know what you're getting because it's already there. Well, in our industry, you're more like a custom built home. You get to come onto our sales centers at least and work with a housing consultant to help you find a specific floor plan just for you. And then with Cavco, one of the neat things is you actually get to go through a certain part of customizing that home specific to you and your family. But it's going to be a new home, and that's one of the exciting parts of buying a manufactured home. Let's start at the beginning though. Somewhere you got interested in buying a home and you started to do some research, whether it be online, which is where most people find the research that they're looking for. You might have seen a YouTube video that highlighted one of our homes and then you became interested in it. Most people are not aware that what we build today is substantially different than what people think of as trailers from the past. Our Cavco homes now compete with nicest site-built home as you could possibly find. In most cases, even nicer and more energy efficient because they're brand new, they're built out of current construction materials, and they're built to be very, very efficient. So you get interested and you come on to one of our sales centers and you start looking at different homes. I think probably the most important first step in the home buying process is what we try to do when somebody comes on to one of our retail sales centers. And that is get to know you and then to have the buyer get to know us as the builder. First of all, if you're going to go into one of the largest investments that you might make, you need to have a good fit. Some people don't find us to be a good fit, and that's fine. There are other builders out there for you, and you need to look at those. But what we look to do is have so much product breadth, meaning we build homes across the entire United States that start from the entry-level price point and the sky's the limit. So it's probably not whether or not we have a home for you and your family. It's really just going to be a matter of which one. And that's why that initial visit, the get to know aspect of that visit is so important to make sure that we have what you're looking for, not just in terms of the spec level of the home, the floor plan, but also what's most important is, do we have something that's going to fit the monthly budget for the family? You know, at Cavco, we are where exceptional meets affordable. And that's what we mean by that. We're going to build you the best quality home, but also make sure that it fits the family's monthly budget. To that end, one aspect of that get to know session that's most important, and it's really more important for you as the home buyer than it is for us as the home seller. And this is the point that I'd like to make. A lot of people, me included, I've bought homes. My wife and I have bought homes. I can tell you that we're very skeptical about sharing personal financial information. I can tell you, however, that if you get comfortable with the people that you're working with, sharing the fundamental financial information surrounding what you want in terms of a monthly payment if you're going to finance the home is one of the most rewarding things that you can do for you and your family, because you allow the professional who knows all of their product to understand what you want and then only show you the things that meet that criteria. We build hundreds, if not thousands, of different floor plans across the United States. There's going to be ones that, of course, everybody would love to have that house, but not everybody will be able to afford that house. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have hundreds of floor plans that are like, that's just not enough for me. What else do you have? So we have everything in between. But one of the things that will ultimately determine what you buy is the affordability. So if you're comfortable with your home seller, share that information. Again, whether it's us or another, that is critical. It's similar to the way that people get pre-approvals from finance companies when they're about to go shopping for a site-built home. That's important to know, because if you don't know what a bank is going to approve you for, at least generally, it makes it very difficult to know what homes to look at. One of the things that we do at Cavco to make that easy is we do provide that free financial analysis with your housing consultant, which can include a discussion of the monthly budget and all the way up to and including a soft credit pull, so you know what your current credit score is, since that is how a bank is going to begin their evaluation on whether or not to provide you with an approval to buy the home that you want to buy. Stay tuned and we'll talk more about the next aspect of purchasing a manufactured home.